How's it going? My name is Chris and welcome back to the F1 24 VCARB career for today's Qatar Grand Prix, the final sprint race weekend of the season, and this is also the second to last race of season 1. We'll have one more race after today, which will be the final race of the season, like I said, and then we'll take a little bit of a break and come back for season 2 in about maybe like a week or two after the end of season 1. It's been a wild journey, but we're almost there. But yeah, so pretty crazy, but we'll see how the end of the season goes and see where we go from here. But let's go on ahead and talk about the last race. The last race was in Vegas. It was the final race of our home. It was the final home race for us, and rolled off in a pretty decent starting position at P8 after qualifying had heavy rain. Made a daring 3 passes in one corner, like I did back in Brazil, to put us up into 3rd, and then we ended up passing Lando later on to then go chase after Verstappen, which we did, and then we kind of just drove away with the lead and was able to get to our pit stop, and I was hoping our team wouldn't mess up, and thankfully they didn't, and we were able to come out unscathed in the whole thing. And after that, just kind of cruised along and went on to win the race. Not really much else to really go off of there, but we ended up grabbing our 6th career win in the process. Absolutely insane. Out of the last 8 races, we've won 4 of them, which is insane for me. But it's not over. It's not over, because the gap at the top of the championship because of our win has shrunk. So let's take a look at that now that I think about it. So over on the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen still leads ahead of us in P1. However, we are 24 points back in P2. We are still in contention, and we're the only ones in contention, as everybody from Charles Leclerc on down are knocked out of championship contention. Leclerc is in 3rd, Norris 4th, Alonso in 5th, Sainz in 6th, Russell 7th, Hamilton 8th, Perez in 9th, and Oscar Piastri in P10. And then it's Lance Stroll in 11th, Albon in 12th, our teammate Ricciardo in 13th, Gasly 14th, Ocon 15th, Bottas in 16th, Magnussen in 17th, Hülkenberg 18th, Zhou Guanyu 19th, and Logan Sargent rounds out the field in 20th. There's 2 more races for Hülkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, and Logan Sargent to score points. We'll see if they can do that in Qatar, with it being the final sprint race weekend of the season. And then over the constructor side, Red Bull could lock up the Constructors' Championship, as they are 50 points ahead of Ferrari in P2, and all they need is for both drivers to beat both of Ferraris, and they're Constructors' Champions. And pretty much Ferrari has P2 secured. McLaren does not have P3 secured, even though they've been there for pretty much all season. We're only 19 points back from them in P4. Mercedes in P5, Aston Martin's in 6th, Williams in 7th, Alpine 8th, Kick Saubers in 9th, and the Haas team in 10th. So if we've pulled away from Mercedes, and we're actually etching ever so close to McLaren and the 3rd best team on the grid. So yeah, it's getting pretty wild here. But another thing we want to mention, the aerodynamics is fully adapted for next season. There is no parts that are coming in that Ricciardo is looking at to get, which I'm thankful for. His upgrade for the chassis, though, the heave damper, should be coming in, which will put us ahead of Williams. And yeah, we didn't have enough resource points at the end of last episode to really get anything, because we used it on the final part to adapt. But depending on every other team, because if you look at aerodynamics, somehow Mercedes have gone down, and ourselves and Sauber have gone up. But if you guys have been paying attention over the last couple of episodes, Red Bull, Aston Martin, McLaren, and Ferrari, well, less Ferrari, are getting further and further in their aerodynamics development, And something tells me they're not adapting their parts, and they're probably going to suffer at the end of the season. Now, I could be losing my mind, and it's always been like that, but I swear to you, it looks like they're just going full ham on the aerodynamics, and it's going to kill them for season 2. So that'll definitely be the interesting thing to look out for. But yeah, so not really much to talk about. It's a short week to Qatar, so hopefully the heat dampers do come in, and hopefully it'll be smooth sailing. And also, here's the specialist goals. Almost forgot to mention them. And yeah, so let's go ahead and advance through time. The heave dampers do come in for the chassis.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Ricardo's looking to power more, so that's pretty good. So this, in theory, yeah, we jumped up to 4th worst in chassis, but it's better than being like 2nd worst, which is where we were. But we do have enough to get a certain part. Ricardo's looking at the ERS cooling. He just might get that, and in all honesty, we might save up enough resource points to try to get a couple chassis upgrades. So I don't know. I think what do I get? Okay, so if I get this, I can get the master cylinder and the hydraulics. And then I might be able to get this too. But yeah, the goal is to try to help out the chassis and aerodynamic side for season 2, because it's not great. But it's also not the worst thing ever. So yeah. But now it's time to head into Qatar. Love this place. We've pretty much every single time we've come here, we've won here. And now we're just gonna try to do the exact same thing this time around for the F124. So we'll see how that all goes. I'm gonna hop on the race weekend to practice on the qualifying. I'm gonna have you guys in the race. Excuse me, sprint.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique 3-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Smith lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Stroll, Russell, Albon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Ocon, Magnussen, Sargent, Bottas, Hülkenberg, and Zhou Guanyu. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
All right, rolling off first in the sprint. I kind of surprised myself with our sprint qualifying performance. I did not think we had pace to set it on pole. I know I was struggling pretty good in practice, but I think it's just because the soft tires just grip so well around this track that I was just kind of able to really get the power down in a lot of corners that I wasn't able to in practice. And I just found lines that worked, and well, here we are, we're on pole. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, but here we are. But I mean, there's not really much to go off of qualifying. In the one lap that we did, we were just hooked around the racetrack the entire time, and when I came out of the final corner, I did not expect myself to be anywhere near the front, and then I hit that start finish line, I said first. I was like, oh, okay. And in the final sprint of the year, Zhou Guanyu and Nico Hülkenberg are just like, you know, we're going to be at the back of the grid. You know, that's where we're going to be. So that's where those two are at. Oh my gosh, it doesn't get any better. It don't get no better. Yeah, so pretty short qualifying recap. It's gonna be the exact same thing for the main race, but maybe a little bit more enthusiastic. I don't know. But take a look at our race strategy today. For some reason, the two-stop is an option, but there's really no need. It's a sprint and it's short, and I can shave off a tiny bit of time, which is enough, and I like that. I like that I could shave off just a tiny little bit of time. Yeah, looking at this, it's just a tiny little bit, but I mean, I'm fine with whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. It's a 10 laps. Yeah, it's a 10-lap sprint. Bays will go all the way to the end on the mediums. Unless some people want to take a chance with the softs, but I don't know really anybody that would. So I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, so let's go on ahead and jump to the sprint and let us see what we can do. Let's go.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Whew. That was a little iffy getting off the line, but Max is really trying to become world champion here in the sprint. He is gonna be hauling ass. Oops, shit. As I'm going off the track, not on purpose though, I promise. Yeah, Max is fucking hauling ass. We're gonna be right there with him though. We ain't getting away. Neither is he.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
It's definitely going to play a factor in the race, I'll tell you that. Kind of get away from Max.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Yeah, Max is really trying to make a statement by trying to become world champion in this race, because he knows if he wins it, if I'm a point down, even though I'm still technically like a race in, that's still game over for the championship, because if he does the same thing in the main race, then, well, that is definitely over for me. I find it hilarious that the top two in the championship are going at it for first and second right now. Or rather, Max is trying to go at me for first. I'm just placing my car in just the right spots, and I'm just faster than him in certain sections of the track that you just can't capitalize on it, like through that section and through here too. It's gonna get to a point though where he's gonna catch me off guard and he's gonna fly right around me.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.0 seconds.
The other good news is I can savor my ERS throughout the track, throughout the rest of the lap, that pretty much I'm just back to 100% by the time I hit the main straight. I just gotta be very careful about it, and careful about certain things that I do, like going off fucking track. Jesus. Did I really gain time on that? Oh, I didn't mean for that to happen. If anything, I went wide in the corner. Cool. Really being driven on the edge right now. Not only am I being driven to the edge by Verstappen, I'm also driving my car to the edge to fucking guarantee that I stay ahead of him too.
And some information on Leclerc. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Well, guess now it's just going to be Alonso and Norris fighting out for third, I guess. Because Leclerc's going to be out of contention. God, it's just seeing Max just chill right there fucking terrifies the shit out of me. You wanna know why? Because Max is pulling at me. He's trying to do what I normally do. He's waiting for me to make a costly mistake that hands him the lead. And that terrifies me. It almost happened through here a lap ago. Made sure it wasn't gonna happen again. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, I think he wanted to. He's closer to me next time by. Gets that run again. He's got me good. Yeah, I could just pull him through that section right there.
Okay, clear.
There's a yellow behind as we're hitting the halfway point of the race. Oh god, Max is slowly closing in. Yeah, just look at him chill right there. Oh my fuck. There goes Ocon. The Alpine is out of the race. Rip. Oh my god. I just get on the power way too soon through there. That it just like opens the door for mistakes. Max gonna try it. Oh my god. I had to go off track to avoid. I had no choice but to go off track there.
Caution, caution.
I mean, it doesn't really save me as much, but there's Ocon over there. Rip to him. He's gonna get me here. Yep. There he goes. Just because my ICE's worn doesn't mean I'm done.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
What the fuck? Yeah, Max just pulls me right here because he gets a better exit and I can't. I just don't have the power either. I don't know how I got into 8th gear right there, but I did. We close right back up to Max. Took the lead back with 3 to go, baby. Ooh, boy. Max doesn't have quit. I don't have quit in me. Neither of us are fucking giving up out of this whole shit. Max knows he can win this championship. I know I can keep it going into the main race. We both know what's on the line. And one's making it easier and the other's making it very, very hard on the other. We got 2 to go, and Max is steady at the 6/10 mark. I know Max is gonna push it. He's gonna get close to me by the end of this lap. I can feel it. Oh, fuck, I went wide again. Those are the mistakes I'm talking about that he's waiting for me to make. I made it twice already. Jeez. Okay, final lap.
Final lap. Push,
comparing where Max was the last lap to this lap, he's closer. Yeah, look at him. Now he's really kicking into high gear. Whatever my ICE has got left, power-wise, I better keep it for this final lap, this entire last lap. Need it to give me everything it's fucking got at this rate. Couldn't go for it there. We're just gonna hang on. Holy fuck, we're barely gonna do it. Holy shit, we did it. Spring wind in Qatar.
Yes, 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 guys, yes! Come on, boys! Yes, and that's a podium. God. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked.
And that's our first spring win of the season.
And that, my friend, is a fantastic reward.
Gosh,
well
man. Oh, you can just imagine what that's going to be for the main race. Holy shit. Yowie, wowie. Holy shit. That was one hell of a race between myself and Max. Now you see, that happened, or we had this fight, and I was on, I don't even have, my ICE is worn. It's not even like brand new or like barely worn. It's like worn to the point where power is now being lost. The fact that I was able to hold off Max with this is a testament to what I got. So I'm pretty sure for Sunday we'll just take some grip penalties, maybe like 5 places. We'll have to work our way back up through the field to guarantee pretty much that we can keep this going into Abu Dhabi. We only gained a point, but that 1 point is still meaningful to this entire championship battle between myself and Max. Or Max in the race could just flat out win and take the championship for himself. It really just depends. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess, but yeah, we get the job done. P1, GG's to Max on the P2. Fernando, P3, good job to him. Lando in P4, he just missed out on a podium. Sainz P5, Piastri P6, Hamilton 7th, and then Perez in 8th. So Perez gets the final point, and then Stroll and Leclerc, they round out the top 10. Leclerc lost a lot of time. It's a shocker that he still stayed in the top 10 after all that. And you got Magnussen 11th, Gasly 12th, Ricciardo 13th, Bottas 14th, Hulkenberg up to 15th, so there you go. Sargent 16th, Joe you 17th, Russell in 18th, Albon 19th, and Esteban Ocon 20th. I don't know what happened to these two, but what some tells me they may have tried that stupid strategy with the softs, and it did not work, clearly. But yeah, what a absolute crazy and wild fucking sprint. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys right now, it's 2:20 in the morning. I'm fucking tired. I will continue on and do the race right now, but I'm gonna go to bed and do it later. Obviously, when you guys are seeing this, it'll be like 2 seconds, like that. But yeah, I'll do this first just so I don't forget. But yeah, I'm gonna go bid, and I'll see you all in the race the following day.
We're under the lights once again here in Qatar. Last year we took a year off due to a small footballing tournament that was being hosted, but it's all excitement on the track now. We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Smith, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz, Gasly, Stroll, Bottas, Ocon, Albon, Leclerc, Sargent, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Norris, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right, rolling off P4 today here in the race. Starting out looking good for us. Max could walk away with the championship today if he wins. And even if we finish second or third, unfortunately, we won't have enough points to go to Abu Dhabi to fight for the championship. So, yeah, this is pretty much Max's. This is pretty much all for Max to lose. And seems like so far it's this is going to be a race where he's going to be very, very quick in. But quick little recap of qualifying. We did our one lap, but before we went in, I ended up changing the ICE and the gearbox, and I had a fresh one. I did not have to put in a brand new one and take any penalties for this race, unlike pretty much the back half of the field did. But even with that, felt like we did pretty good on our one lap. Felt way faster, in all honesty, in our one lap that we did. Probably could have went faster in some sections of the track like I did in the sprint qualifying. However, when we crossed our finish line, we sat P5, and Lando was actually going to start second. Unfortunately, though, because of his penalty, he's now down to 19th. So, very, very unfortunate for the McLaren driver of Lando Norris. But we'll see how the race goes for us in this instance. But, yeah. Starting not at the front, which is a little bit odd for me, but pretty sure we can manage. It just depends on how this all kind of goes. But race strategy was like a medium to hard deal. And just like in the sprint race, the person-wise is just a little bit better than projected. So it's always a good sign. Gonna lower our fuel to have just about a little over 2 laps just to be safe. especially with the fact that we almost ran out in or that we ran out in Mexico, and we've been trying to save fuel or pretty much start the race with as much fuel as possible ever since then. But yeah, I'm curious as to who may take this strategy, the soft to medium to hard, pretty much just using all 3 dry compounds. I'm curious as to who's gonna do that. But yeah, so anything pretty much can happen in Qatar. I don't really know how this will pan out for us. Hoping for a good result. And I'll say this right now, if we don't beat Max, it's not the end of the world. Would I like for it to go into for this championship battle to go into Abu Dhabi? I would. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not, but I'll give it my all. I'll try my best, and we'll kind of just go from there and see what we can do pretty much when Abu Dhabi comes around. But let's not waste any more time, and let's go ahead and jump into this race and let us see what we can do. Let's go. Even though Max wasn't that much quicker than I was in qualifying, he's still pretty much quicker. And I am also doing this race a day after I did the sprint, so I kind of had to relearn the track in qualifying. So might be a little rusty here and there, but the main goal for today is to just try to do the best we can. Even if we don't win the race, and even if we don't beat Max, just try everything we can to maybe get there and to try to make it happen.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
But y'all know me and Qatar, we've got a pretty good relationship with this circuit, so we'll see how it all works for us. Hope it works well. Just gonna say that right now. That's probably the worst start I think I've ever could have gotten. I think that's my worst start all season. That was so terrible off the line. Holy. I just did not get any form of traction off the line.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Still maintain P4, but that just sucked. Gonna use my overtake for this straight to get Piastri. Purple sector 3, so that's good. We'll grab P3 off the McLaren. If we're gonna try to beat McLaren in the constructors, we're gonna get as many points as we possibly can on both Lando and Oscar. We'll try to take advantage of Lando's penalty to make that happen too. Now we have both Red Bulls in front of us. When was the last time we saw both Red Bulls running 1-2? Probably before Monaco, roughly. Just pitted the fastest lap.
Fastest lap of the race.
What is up with me making 3 wide passes for fucking positions, dude? I did that exact same thing in fucking Vegas last time out. What a fucking move. Holy shit. I'm surprised I still made the corner too to go along with it. Kind of fucking ironic that me and Max are running 1-2 again. God dang, bro. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. We're good. We're all good. Oh, I didn't turn much. Fuck. Guarantee the fucking FIA are to enforce some new rules to where they're way more strict with us going over the line like that, especially with how often I'm doing it. Just like the sprint, we pretty much just stay right ahead of Max the entire time. I did not break. Okay, we're good. Got that entire DRS straight. We just stayed ahead of him just by using overtake. Craziness, I tell you. So yeah, we kind of just drove away from Perez in third. That's how hard Max is pushing myself. Absolute scenes here in Qatar.
Okay, mate, we've got high reserves of VRS, so let's try and use some more.
I'm gonna drain it? Okay. To 21%. That's crazy, but okay. That I'm pretty sure I can do and pretty much get away with it. Wow, I put in a new fast lap right there.
So far.
And I smashed that fucking objective.
Good job on hitting that target, mate.
Well, now it's time to go back to savoring some ERS because I ain't got none left. Which in hindsight is going to allow Verstappen to catch us. That Red Bull is struggling to keep up with me. I'm just going to say that right now. Yeah, we're pulling away from Max. Because the main straight, and that's like the only place I use my entire ERS storage that I build up over the course of the lap. We just continue to pull away from Max. Oh god, okay. As I say that, and then I run wide and fucking turn whatever the hell that's called. Whatever turn that is.
Okay, clear.
Oh, yellow behind. It's not Max. I thought it was Max for a second, but it's not. Someone further back. Who's it for? Someone within that pack of cars.
Okay, information
it's
on
Sainz.
Sainz. They're retiring from the race.
Rip. Rip the Ferrari. I knew it was one of the 4 guys that came out that was in that fight with Perez, Piastri, and Hamilton. Because I saw them, I just saw those 3 and I didn't see the 4th guy there and I forgot who it was. Up until we found out it was Sainz. So he quite literally was pushing his car way too fucking hard. Trying to get past those guys. My left fucking hand is hurting right now. God dang.
Caution, caution.
Yeah, Sainz is.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Yeah, he's over there. We can barely see him, but he was over there. Bye, Sainz. See you in Abu Dhabi, unless Ferrari decide to replace you with Oliver Behrman. You get the reference that I'm making with someone being replaced after this race in Qatar because of a DNF,
so and teammate by 12.
You're a real one.
5 seconds.
I'm actually kind of curious, where is my teammate Ricardo running? Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind, 12.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 11th. Time last lap, 1 minute, 25.9.
He's almost got himself into the points. GG Ricardo. All by his lonesome. Doesn't need my help. He just almost there. GG's Ricardo. Maybe he'll get there. Who knows? Or he's just kind of in a little league of his own, I guess.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
We'll say that. The car's still fine. It still handles like a race car, funny enough. And left sides are pretty fucking bad, I'm not gonna lie. That's about the only alarming thing that I've seen. Just the left sides within the 30s range. I don't know why I braked through there. There wasn't a need for me to.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize.
Had to fucking lift my left hand off my wheel to fucking let it breathe. Did not have this issue in F123, but having it now. Yeah, they're really going at it. Paris, Hamilton, and Piastri. They fought so hard that they literally just ended up in the exact same positions as they were before they started overtaking the hell out of each other. And then Hamilton got around Piastri. F1 drivers are just built different. I don't know if they're built different or built stupid. But they're built some way. Not intelligently. At least in this game, that is. In real life, they're very fucking intelligent. Got a little loose out of the final corner, turn 16. Got like 3 more laps until you end up pitting. My left hand is killing me because of how hard I am trying to turn this fucking race car. Ah!
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Alright, cool. The mediums aren't going away or anything, because they still feel fine. But I just know that once we get onto the hards, we should be way better than what we are right now. And also relax my hand for a little bit too when I'm traveling down pit lane. At this point last year, I was dealing with a shoulder injury. Now I'm in this race dealing with a fucking hand injury that I got just during the race. Not in like qualifying or anything like that, or like the sprint. Just the actual race itself. What the fuck was that? Started lagging hard. That kind of terrifies me.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
That's no issue. On 129.4. Pretty much hit that right now if I wanted to. Fuck, I went wide again. This time I just hit the fucking curb and just went way wider than I thought I was going. Yeah,
yes, mate,
smashed
we hit the
it.
target. Nice work.
124.7. And we're pitting this time. Oh, Verstappen's in.
So
he's gonna pull off an undercut, ain't he?
Lap.
I think that's what he's trying to do. I think he's gonna try to pull off an undercut on us. Normally, I don't see the AI doing that. That's new. But also, I think it's better because I think he also knows his teammates in this titanic battle with fucking Piastri and Hamilton that they're probably all gonna pit on the exact same lap that I do. So maybe it's strategic. I don't know. We'll just see how fast Max's fucking outlap is, I guess. Alright. I forgot the speed limit coming in, so let's just see. 50. Okay, where's the line? There's the line. Okay. Shit. Fucking left hand right now is killing me. Yeah, Hamilton and Perez came in. Piastri didn't, though. Piastri did not come in.
Okay, off we go. Back into the race.
Sweet.
Perfect job
2.4.
on the turn in there, mate. Looks
And Leclerc
like a
came in,
nice
too.
stop time. We're happy with that one.
Ricardo stayed out. Where's Max at?
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
There's Russell. Did the undercut not work for Verstappen? Oh, no, there he is. Damn, we overcutted the shit out of him. The undercut did not work in Max's favor. God dang. We're 4 seconds ahead of him. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm loose. Jesus, what the fuck is going on with this car? Okay, now all of a sudden I'm just loose coming out of all these corners. Is it because my tires are cold?
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Oh wow, I just cut the shit out of that corner. I am so sorry for doing that. Yeah, I mean, Max didn't really gain a whole lot on me. Maybe that's why he didn't gain a whole lot on us, because cold tires. That could be it. Not 100% sure. Ricardo is in, though. Russell
Daniel's
does come in, too.
for a stop.
Oscar, I think, came in as well. He did. So we'll overtake him as well. Verstappen should get back out ahead of Piastri, no problem. I'll tell you who the biggest losers coming out of the biggest winner coming out of all this is. It's Alonso. He's up to P3 already. What a monster fucking pit stop he ended up having, but he might get swarmed by Perez and Piastri, mainly Perez for now, sometime soon. And that's really gonna fucking affect him quite a bit.
Our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming
Fastest
they
lap,
still
by the
look
way.
inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I feel like Mark should just stop telling me about this whole bad sensor fucking problem, dude. It's been going on all season. Nothing's changed, apparently. But the good news is, I pitted the new fastest lap of a 1:23.489. So that's something to be proud of. And the hard tires are already kind of coming to me, so that's already good. Already 5 seconds ahead of Max. Yeah, the undercut he tried did not work. The overcut for us did. Or that's not really an overcut, just more of a... And yeah, no, it wasn't really much of an overcut, because we would have had to stay out longer. In all honesty, we probably could have went longer on our tires if we wanted. Maybe like a lap or two more and then pit. But I just know the left sides are getting pretty fucking killed, so I knew at some point I would have had to pit. Where did Ricardo end up? Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 23.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards, and the time last lap, 1:47.4.
Why couldn't you tell me the position he was in? What position is he in? Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind.
Tell me the position he's in, damn it.
23.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're in 9th place. Your last lap time, 1:25.0.
Let's go, Ricardo. So the overcut that he did worked, because he was 11th. Now he's 9th. Fuck yeah, Ricardo. I'll take it. Alright, and I think now it's time to do the annual lap with Chris around Qatar. So enjoy it. And that has been a lap around Qatar with Chris. I definitely should have said something different other than so enjoy it. I probably should have just said what I normally say, which is enjoy. And I was going to do a second take of it, but I was like, you know what? At the end of the lap, I'll just say that I probably shouldn't have said that. And I just wanted people to enjoy it.
Okay, mate. Tyres are running hot, mate. Tyres are running hot. Please keep the temps down if you can.
I'm sorry, but the fucking, no matter what I do, the temps are going to skyrocket. And it says for 2 laps. It ain't going to happen, Chief. I'm sorry. It's just not. With how technical the track can get sometimes.
Unlucky, mate.
Yeah.
That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
It's fine, though. You're still rocking it. We still got 10 to go, and still got the lead, and Max is still trailing us by almost 8 seconds now. Somehow, in some way, Alonso's holding on to that 3rd position over Piastri and Perez, but it probably also has something to do with the fact that both Piastri and Perez are fighting for 4th. And I don't know where the fuck Hamilton went either. He's probably chilling in 6th or something, but we're going to gain even more points on Mercedes as we head into Abu Dhabi. We might even gain points on McLaren too. Sorry if I'm not saying a whole lot. Normally by this point I feel like I would be fighting somebody, but I guess not today. I guess all of my fighting was done back on lap 2 when I passed fucking Verstappen and Perez. Pretty much all the fighting that I thought I was going to have was back in the sprint with Max, so a bit underwhelming, not gonna lie, but I mean, still trucking along out here. And we're coming down to the final few laps. We're now with like 7 to go. We're almost 10 seconds ahead of Max as well, which is even more insane. Like, I was pulling this type of gap back in Mexico, which is insane to think about. And we're still good on field by this point versus putting back in Mexico. Oh yeah, by the way, we're now 10 seconds ahead of Max. Oh, lordy. Lo and behold, we're 10 seconds ahead. It's crazy to think that at the start of the race, I did not think that I was going to be able to beat Max because of his performance in qualifying. And he was pretty fast, too. I feel like Max was making a statement, kind of reminding everybody that, hey, even though he hasn't been winning a whole lot as of late, that he's still pretty much going to come out here and defend that world championship that he's got. And I feel like compared to F1 22 and F1 23, this is the best version of Max that I've raced against since 2021. Which is insane to say, but it's also very fucking true. Did not expect myself to race a better version of Verstappen anymore after 23, and just how pitiful he was. But he was also very, very pitiful in 22 as well, which infuriated me even more. Because I felt like in some way he was like being dumbed down in both of those games, especially in 23 and the RB19. That car was fast and it was just made to look like a joke in F1 23. It's a crying shame. This time though, it's like I've actually been able to fight him. And this time around, it looks like this championship fight's gonna go all the way to the wire in Abu Dhabi. I just gotta get through the rest of these corners. Grand total of 3.5 more times. And this title fight will go down to the wire in Abu Dhabi. And we will see who's the better man coming out of that race, too. We'll also see how many points separate the two of us. If you're all wondering, yes, my left hand still hurts. I'm just trying to ignore the pain as much as I can. But I can feel it every now and again whenever it
to your teammate behind,
starts to hurt.
33.5 seconds.
I wonder if Ricardo's went anywhere. Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 33.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 10th place.
Okay, they went down a place.
Lap, 1:24.9.
He fell down a spot, but hey, a point is better than no point, right? Here we go.
Okay, mate, this
Final
is the
lap.
final lap of the race. Final lap.
We come around this racetrack, it'll be win number 7 on the season. I could be wrong about this, but I think our 7th, with this being our 7th win, this might be the most wins in a single rookie season for a rookie. I could be wrong, and maybe there's a rookie that has won more races in their first full-time season. But I know for me, with this being career win number 7, we might be leading most of all time in that column, especially with 24 races in this F1 season. Yeah, it doesn't shock me that it would be the case. But ladies and gentlemen, not only are we going to win for a 7th time, but I'm going to prove myself wrong. And this championship fight's going to go all the way down to the wire. We're going to win in Qatar. And this fight for the championship is going all the way to Abu Dhabi. I did not think it was possible.
Superb driving.
Yet here we are.
That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
And I got an achievement. Let's go. Lando Norris, driver of the day. Good job to him.
And that's the checkered flag. What an effort from the team here in Qatar. And a fully deserved victory too.
And they're just starting to make it look easy out there. Now a hat-trick of wins. They're out there ahead. They've got the momentum on their side. And it's for the others now to try and up their game to stop that energy that they have.
As we await the winners to take their positions on the podium, one thing is clear today. RB have really shown their prowess on the track. This is a team that isn't afraid to take risks, whether that's on the circuit or in the new talents they hire. Today, those risks certainly paid off.
All right, so we get our 7th career win on the season. 8 more points gained on Max. Not only did we win the main race, but we also won the sprint as well. So we win both of those races, and well, we just closed the gap even further on Max. Yeah, just what a incredible race for us. We get the job done. Congrats to Max on the P2, and congrats to Alonso on yet another podium in P3. Perez looks like he eked out Piastri for P4. Piastri gets 5th, Hamilton 6th, Stroll gets 7th, Leclerc in 8th, Norris in 9th, and Ricciardo got P10, so good job. I think I know who passed him, and it's definitely Lando. But Good job to Ricardo on the P10. He gets yet another point. I didn't have to help him again. This is the second race where I haven't had to help him. So, good job to Ricardo. Then you got Ocon 11th, Russell 12th, Albon 13th, Hulkenberg 14th, Gasly 15th, Bottas 16th, Magnussen 17th, Zhou Guanyu 18th, Logan Sargent 19th, and the only DNF, Carlos Sainz in 20th. Let's check out these standings and see how big that gap is from me to Max. 15 points separate myself and Verstappen in Abu Dhabi. Now, it may not be as close as last season in season 1, where it was tied with me and Leclerc, but 15 points to decide a champion in Abu Dhabi, pretty big deal, not gonna lie with you. Then there's still some positions up for grabs, but pretty much Charles has third on lock. So Leclerc third. Lando has pretty much finished P4. Alonso's pretty much finished P5. But there's still a fight for P6 between Sainz, Hamilton, and Russell. You can probably even add in Perez and Oscar. So from 6th to 10th, still positions to grab. Stroll pretty much has 11th on lock. Ricardo is tied with Albon at 12th with 26 points, as Albon is 13th. And then you got Gasly in 14th, Ocon 15th, Bottas 16th, Magnussen 17th. And there's one more race for these three to score a point in, for Hulkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, and Logan Sargent. Now, it may happen. There's also a high chance that it might not happen for these three. So it may happen, it may not happen. It really just depends. In all honesty, I think Hulkenberg and Zhou have come very, very close this entire season. And then constructors, Red Bull, pretty much are the constructors champions. They're 80 points ahead of Ferrari in P2. McLaren at third. We have only 4 points to McLaren. If we can somehow get 4 points on McLaren, we can finish P3 in the constructors in our first season. That'd be fucking hilarious if we did that too. Mercedes P5, they pretty much have that on lock. Aston has P6 on lock. Williams in 7th, Alpine 8th, Kicksauber in 9th, and the Haas team in 10th. So there's a fight for P3 between ourselves and McLaren, and a fight for P1 between myself and Max, and a big fight for 6th on down to 10th. So yeah, and here's the weekend points. We got the most, 34, but still got Abu Dhabi to go. Still got one more race. And that's it for this season of F1. We're almost there. We're almost there. So we're winning our ratings rivalry with Perez, as we're at 87 RTG and Perez is still at 86. That's crazy. But at least we're good in the ratings, at least, so that's something to be proud of. Our experience went up to 76. Racecraft is almost 90. Awareness is almost 87. Pace is 88. Focus is almost 87. We could pretty much hit an RTG rating of 88 if everything goes right in Abu Dhabi. Which is crazy to say that, especially now. Recognition. Still at 59%. Still need that extra 1% to get that third R&D secret upgrade, but we really don't need it. I think we're fine without it for now. And then the specialists. Almost at power units level 2. I think it's power unit, and then there was another one that's not level 2 quite yet, but we're almost there. And we are now back home. Nice. Got one more race. Got one more weekly resources for not only just myself, but also for Ricardo. Check out the messages, see what we have. Almost there. You're really showing Sergio Perez, who is the informed driver. You're stamping down. Yep. Got one more rating to win that rivalry. So, pretty sure by the end of Abu Dhabi, we'll hit it too. But yeah, so. Absolute scenes here. But, Yeah. Ricardo's focusing on chassis. Got his eyes on a couple chassis upgrades, I'm guessing. Let me guess it's this. Yeah, the central under tray. So, we still don't have enough to get the engine cover. But we do have enough to get this, but I think I want to give Ricardo this. And I'll go for... When does this come in the spark plugs? Oh, it comes in after Abu Dhabi. Okay. Well, we want to be quicker. We may as well go ERS cooling, so... Go ahead and get that. Pretty much a guarantee it'll come in because it's at season's end. And then we'll kind of just get the engine cover redistribution after we get enough resource points to get it. And these upgrades should definitely put us ahead of Mercedes and maybe even Ferrari come season 2. So pretty cool. Oh yeah, we don't get any specialists for the final race weekend. Oh shit. There's really no goals to go after either, so yeah. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. It doesn't say that Red Bull are pretty much Constructors Champions, even though they are. And yeah, not really much else to go off of, but we're almost there. We're almost at the end, and once the finale is over, it's on to that big thing I got planned that I've been teasing for a while now. Oh, I'm just hoping it's I'm just hoping it's good. That's all I want it to be. I just want it to be good. I want people to like it. I want to like it. I want people to like it just as much as I've liked it. But we'll see when we get there. We're not there yet. So, yeah, but that's going to do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button down below for some more. Next race is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final race of Season 1. A championship fight between myself and Max. Let's see who comes out on top of that with only 15 points separating the both of us. But I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone. I love you all so very much, and goodbye.